Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome in to Sports Chat with Mr. 33. I'm Mr. 33. Live and in effect from the Channel 9 studio. My 33 brother with the word. What up, 9? Right? And as always, we start off the night on this Monday night with the review of the Monday Night Raw on Netflix. It was pretty quiet tonight as we are in the WrestleMania week. So, they started off tonight with the world heavyweight champion Gunther, my 33 brother's favorite guy, Gunther. But Gunther's going through his own little experience, right? Last week, Jay took his glasses off, slapped the mic out of his hand, like, "Yo, I'm gonna punish you." So Gunther tried to recapture the energy and the momentum. He had an impromptu meeting or interview with Michael Cole, and pretty much he said, yeah. What if I would have came in with the yeet? But but Gunther tried to get himself under control. He tried to, he's like, "Yo, listen, ain't nobody scared of Jay." I'm paraphrasing, of course. I ain't scared of Jay. I'm unbeaten. Jay can't beat me. And after WrestleMania, I'm going to do what I did to Jimmy. I'm gonna punish him. That's pretty much what he said in a nutshell, right? But I'm telling you, when you saw Jay last week, there was a look in his eyes like he was ready to just black out. You know what I mean? He's ready to be all in, determined for the championship, determined to get the redemption of watching his brother get stomped out while he was not handcuffed, but he was what do you call him? I'm gonna say he was tied up on the ropes, right? So because of that, you know Jay's on a mission. He's on a mission to redeem. He's on a mission to win his first title. But Gunther's telling him, "I'm gonna do what I've been doing to you. I'm gonna beat you because you can't beat me. You haven't beat me all this time." So Gunther made himself, or he tried to make himself clear, but Gunther seemed to be rattled a little bit because he saw a different look in Jay's eye. So, and like he told him, as the bell rings, I'm still I'm still punish you. You're not better than me. You can't even. He told him. He said out loud, "You can't even lace the boots that I wear." Well, he can't lace. You can't lace my boots. Like he tried to son him pretty much. And I'm like, wow, you just so disrespectful. Then he told him, "I took a bath in your brother's blood. I'm in full control, and I loved it." And so that's him trying to gain. Like, I can do the same thing to you too. So Gunther tried to make himself you know, relevant and back in charge. So that was that, and that was that segment, right? Then we actually had a match. We had Liv Morgan versus Bailey. In singles competition. We know they're facing each other at WrestleMania for the belts. Bailey with Lyra Valkyria, and Liv with Raquel. And the match started off pretty good. Even though you know we wasn't expecting this to be a good match, but it was a pretty good match. Things happen. Match going well. The match start breaking down. Raquel gets in the way. Then Lyra comes in and takes Raquel out the way. Uh, then Liv try to capitalize with Oblivion as Lyra and Bailey gets into it real quick. Even was it accidental or not, we don't know. Uh, so after Liv tried to hit her with Oblivion, Lyra helped her out of it, and now you get a pin from Bailey, and Bailey gets the victory. So it's looking like, even though they had that little skirmish between themselves, it looks like Bailey and Lyra working well together against the tag champs, and that's how Bailey gets the win, because Lyra comes through and helps her out of before she gets hit with Oblivion. So they win the match. Uh, Looking good for them heading into WrestleMania. The next match was a pretty. It was. I don't want to say it was decent, but it just shows why some people are still in around the squared circle, right? As Rey Mysterio fights Julius Creed from, almost at the Alpha Academy. I'm sorry, what's the name of that daggone group? American Made. Is that the name? Yeah, American Made. Julius Creed from American Made. Uh, so pretty much what's going on. Ray is the OG. He's the vet. I ain't gonna say he's the longest tenured. Well, actually, he has been fighting longer than all of the members in the ring right now. He's been fighting since the '90s, so he got about 30 years. So he's the OG. And Ray looked good. He still possessed the speed, the agility that he normally has, and he went to work against Julius Creed. Coming up, high flying, jumping off the top rope and all of that. But y'all know, what's the guy's name? Not his name is not El Grande Americano, who is speculated to be uh Chad Gable. He interferes, but Rey Mysterio continues the match anyhow. Uh Rey Mysterio comes back, he hits him up, gets the pin. So Rey Mysterio defeats Creed, but then he gets headbutt in the back of the head, get knocked out by El Grande Americano. LWO comes to try to save him, but he already got knocked out. So, you know, but the Julius Creed character, it looks like they trying to make him as strong as an ox, right? And he may be some type of competition in singles matches, but I don't think they're ready to allow him to do that yet. but it's something to look at because he's as big as people like Braun Breaker and stuff like that. So, or they think he is. So you gotta have to keep an eye out for him. Uh, the next match was AJ Styles versus Karrion Cross. Uh, AJ, AJ, he's trying to get himself ready for his little match against Logan Paul. Karrion Cross, I don't think he's in the match at WrestleMania, but he's going out there to fight. Karrion Cross looking all goofy with fake injuries and trying to take advantage of sympathetic referees and AJ Styles. He gets the momentum. Uh, that didn't last too long as AJ hits him with the phenomenal forearm. Gets the pin. AJ defeats Karrion Cross. Then Logan Paul comes out. They start punishing AJ for a minute. But AJ got hit with the polarizer. That's Logan Paul's finishing move, and so AJ looks knocked out, and Logan he didn't win the match. Excuse me. He just stands over him as if he won a match. Then we had a Jay promo segment, and pretty much he tell him, "Listen, he looks scared to me. I'm a ragtag your ass." The same thing that Jay say. But as we get to Saturday night, even though he won't be main eventing, we know a lot of people pulling for him. But we gonna see if he gonna ragtag his ass because he thinks that Gunther is afraid of him now. Even though I don't want to bring up the record versus Gunther, but we know there's a first time for everything, right? So Jay's trying to get the momentum going. I'm interested to see this match because if he wins, I believe there's going to be a different segment coming out. But I'll talk about that with my special guests a little bit later if they appear, if they come up. Then we had the final match of the night, which is Penta Penta versus Finn Balor. This match was going pretty well. It was a back and forth. But once Penta started getting the momentum, Dom and Carlito came out. It came and made appearance, distracted him, and then they get up there and punish him out. Then Braun Breaker comes out. He does what he do. He spears everybody, double spears the guys in the ring. But at the end of the day, Finn Balor gets the victory. Like I said, the match was pretty good, but it got blocked and in the way. They thought they were gonna finish everybody out. Braun tried to spear Penta. Penta got out the way and did some damage to Braun as he was heading out the ring as far as doing the spears and all of that. But Penta got his looks in, and now everybody looks even for their intercontinental match for the Fatal 4-Way. Then we go to the final segment as Roman Reigns comes out to the ring with Paul Heyman. Well, they walk out together, but Roman ain't acknowledging the wise man. Roman grabs the mic himself as things don't look right, as he would normally take it from the wise man, but he's like, "Nah, I'm straight." Pretty much has a conversation. Y'all acknowledge me. Y'all haven't betrayed me, but we know people that have betrayed me. Pretty much was what he was saying about that. Then what's this dude name? Seth comes out, talking about people make choices. Paul made a choice. He ain't in your corner. He in CM Punk's corner. You starting to realize what's going on around you, but I got to clean up after you as I always do. He pretty much told Roman like you a fake ass dude because You work when you want to work. CM Punk can't be the guy because he's fake as hell. He come back after all the work is done 10 years later, and Seth feels like he's the guy because he carried them. Like I said, I'll break that down. I'm gonna have that conversation because some of my audience don't may not remember what happened back in the days, right? So Roman attacks. Well, he says, "Wise man, you made your choice." He attacks us. He attacks Seth Rollins. He pushes Paul out the way. Then CM Punk comes out. They start to fight. Roman's getting advantage of things. Then Seth hits him in the back with the chair. Uh, I'll talk about that. That's that scene, what it looked like for those that remember. He stomps everybody out, and that's how it ends. That's how Raw ends the night. Uh, I don't think there was no matches added to Raw this evening. Uh, but I guess it was about some of the matches gaining momentum into WrestleMania as Bayley got her victory. Rey Mysterio got a victory over uh American Made. Uh, AJ he did beat Karrion Kross, but he got beat up at the end. So did Rey Mysterio. Like I said, Rey Mysterio got knocked out. So I don't know if we want to call that momentum, but if it is, then it looks very positive for the tag champs to lose the belt as uh like I said, Liv lost to Bayley, and it looked like Ray may be having a good match with a Grande Americano. But for the most part, this was about having their last says about matches that is pertaining to WrestleMania on the Raw side of the things. Even the New Day had a segment with the War Raiders. The War Raiders are demon. They going damage. They going will do real damage to New Day, especially after what they did to Eric from the War Raiders. So even that match, they trying to secure the champs and things like that. We ain't gonna have no fights or nothing like that. So they had the little except for shout out to Liv because Liv is a fighting champion. They're making her look like a fighting champion. They did a segment about the women's championship, EO, and EO said what she said. You had to pay attention to what she was saying, because her English on the show. I don't know if that's her real, language as far as she can't speak clear English, but she pretty much said, y'all keep overlooking me. I'm gonna leave out of here with the women's championship because I'm gonna win. In a nutshell, Bianca's like, I earned my way, but whatever. And Rhea's like, yo, Bianca's jealous of me, but I'm gonna take care of her and EO. You just gonna be in the way because I'm fighting for what I think is mine anyway, the women's championship belt. So that was pretty much the segment of, you know, tonight's Raw on Netflix. I can't really say that I'm surprised that it was that swift and, not to say it was non eventful, but it wasn't impactful because, like I said, in 6 days, they are heading to WrestleMania. I was just making sure that they didn't add any more matches as far as, you know, a quick match, real like, they might add a woman's match in there or something to that extent, but they didn't do any of that as of yet. I didn't hear it. So, you know, but that was pretty much what happened on Raw tonight. The crowd was pretty good. Everybody was on point as far as the segments, the talking segments, things like that, the promos rather. Uh, So we just gonna wait and see what happens Friday if there's gonna be anything. If it's gonna be something similar to this, which it should be, unless they add in something like a not an add a match, but then they might add a steel cage match or something to that extent. We will keep you updated on that. But like I said, Raw tonight was pretty. It was pretty swift. It was. I'm not gonna say it was action packed, but it was impactful as far as the conversations that was being had all throughout. Right. So we'll see what's gonna happen on SmackDown Friday. Uh, as you know, I'm turning the sports world into the basketball scene right now. Uh, the NBA regular season is completed. We do now understand who's playing what and where as far as certain teams, and I'll break that down really quickly. We know the 1 seed and the 2 seed, they have to wait for the play in tournament, right? So in the Eastern Conference, that means the Boston Celtics is the 2 seed, but the overall number 1 seed in the East is the Cleveland Cavaliers, right? They have to wait for the play-in tournament to be completed so they know who they'll play exactly. But we do have action, which will be Saturday. Uh, we will have the number 3 seed, the New York Knicks. They will be hosting the Detroit Pistons in New York. Game one Saturday. I believe it's at 6 o'clock. Also, the 4 seed, the Indiana Pacers, will be hosting the 5 seed Milwaukee Bucks on Saturday. I believe that time will be around 3 o'clock, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, Now here's the 7, 8 seeds, right? The seven the 7 seed in the Eastern Conference is the Orlando Magic. They will be hosting the Atlanta Falcons and the Atlanta Hawks. The 9 seed is the Chicago. Is it Chicago? The Chicago Bulls versus the Miami Heat, 9 and 10. This is how it goes, right? Whoever wins the 7 and 8 seed will be the number 7 seed, right? So, for example, I just said that the Hawks are the 8 seed, right? If the Hawks defeat the Orlando Magic on Wednesday night, they will be facing the Boston Celtics as the number 7 seed, as they will swaps. Well, they will be the 7 seed. That's one side of the situation, right? Now, the 9 and 10 teams, the Chicago Bulls, and the Miami Heat. Whoever wins that will face the loser of the Orlando Atlanta game, and they will be playing for the 8 seed. And the winner of that game will be facing the Cleveland Cavaliers. Uh, for a better look at it, look on the community. Well, look at my post on the sports chat with Mr. 33. I have the brackets there to better help you understand it. Hopefully, it was understandable as I explained it, because now I have to explain the Western Conference, right? So in the Western Conference, uh, you have the 1 and 2 seed. The 1 seed in the Western Conference is the Oklahoma City Thunder, and the 2 seed is the Houston Rockets. We understand that the number 3 team, the 3 seeded team, is the Los Angeles Lakers. They will be hosting the Minnesota Timberwolves, who are the 6 seed. That game will be Saturday. I think that's one of the late games. That might be the latest game, around 10:30 Saturday night. Uh, we also have the 4 seed, the Denver Nuggets. They will be hosting the Los Angeles Clippers Saturday night. So, which is kind of they do have two different stadiums in LA, but it'll be kind of weird to have both LA teams playing at the around the same time in the same city. But that's not going to occur, as the Clippers are going to Denver to play game one of the first round in Denver. Those four games that I just said, the 3-6 seeds, the 3-6 matchup, and the 4-5 matchup in both conferences will be Saturday, as they await the playing tournament. I think all of those games will be Sunday, probably starting around 1, but the time will be determined and who's playing and where. But the 1 seed is the Cleveland Cavs. They will host their first game. The Boston Celtics will host the first game, as well as the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Houston Rockets. All of those teams will be hosting game ones on Sunday. The time will be determined as far as who wins at what time in the play-in. So it's the same thing though. So now we go to the play-in situation. The play-in is the 7 seed right now is the Golden State Warriors. They will host the Memphis Grizzlies, the number 18. And the ninth seed is the Sacramento Kings. They will be hosting the 10 seed Dallas Mavericks. So what happens in the 9-10 seed? Whoever wins that 9-10 seed, they will get the opportunity to advance to the 8 seed. The loser is eliminated. Right? Now, as far as the Golden State Warriors and Memphis Grizzlies, whoever wins that game will be the 7 seed. The loser of that game will play the winner of the 9-10 seed to see who's the 8 seed. And that'll all happen before Saturday. Well, it'll happen before Sunday. And then we can actually give you the proper lineup. I will give you the proper situation on Friday, but I wanted to try to explain it as best as possible. As far as this the playing situation and all the ranked teams. So hope I will reiterate the 3 and 6 seeds will play Saturday in both conferences, and the 4 and 5 seeds will play Saturday in both conferences. The 1 and 2 seeds will play the 7 and 8 seeds on Sunday. That's how you surmise it all up, right? I can't tell you who's going to be the 7 seed. I can't tell you who's going to be the 8 seed. If I was to pick, I would say I would say in the Western Conference, I will say Golden State will win to be the 7 seed. I will say I don't know why, but I'm gonna go with a shock. I'm gonna say the Sacramento Kings is gonna win from the play-in situation and be the 8 seed. They will knock out Memphis Grizzlies, and as Memphis Grizzlies have had they've been sliding from the second half all the way down. They was the 2 seed, now they're in the play-in tournament. So I have my 7 seed in the West as the Warriors and the 8 seed as the Sacramento Kings. I believe Orlando beats Atlanta for the 7 seed. I'm gonna go with it. I was gonna say Atlanta. I'm gonna say Atlanta, but I would not be surprised if Miami ends up as the number 8 seed. So those are my predictions for the play-in. The play-in tournament actually does start Wednesday. The times is on the community wall as well, as I try to keep you updated about dates and times of of when these guys are going to play. But so my 7 seed in the East is going to be the Orlando Magic. My 8 seed is going to be the Atlanta Hawks. In the East, the Golden State Warriors will be my 7 seed pick. In the West, in the 8 seed, I'm going with the Sacramento Kings. I don't know why I'm picking Sacramento. I'm just going to pick Sacramento. Uh, so those are my predictions with the play-in. And then, like I said, Friday night after we interview, well, after SmackDown end, we'll talk about SmackDown and then run down the actual playoff tournaments as those. I mean, the playoff brackets as those playing games should be well done by then, and then we'll have an actual seeding of who I think will win those actual best of seven series in the NBA. Hockey is winding up its final week this week before they go into the Stanley Cup playoffs. I may touch on that next Monday as that bracket is being situated as well. Uh, Congratulations to Rory McIlroy as he wins the Masters in a dramatic way. It was a very up and down Sunday for him. He had a 4-shot lead. He lost the 4-shot lead. Ended up in a playoff against Justin Rose. Ended up beating Justin Rose in the playoffs to earn his Masters tournament, and now he is one of the Grand Slam champions in golf as he's won the Masters, U.S. Open. Oh my God, PGA Championship. There's another one that I'm missing, but no, I apologize. I should have been, I should have remembered the fourth one. But he's the latest Grand Slam champion. I think there's only three other people to do that before him: Tiger Woods, Ben Hogan, uh, Arnold Palmer, or Jack Nicklaus. One of them. But that's what the Grand Slam is in golf. When you win the four major tournaments, the four major championships in your career. So he's a career Grand Slam champion. Congratulations to him. He hasn't won a major in about 10 years, but he did it this weekend. And he was putting very well. He had two eagles on Saturday. He had a few bogeys, but came back with an eagle Sunday to regain the lead. He bogeyed the last shot to get in the tournament, but he shot 3 under to where Justin Rose shot a little bit less than what he did. I think he was 2 under, and that's the way he wins the Grand Slam. Congratulations to him. Uh, but that was the scene in the hockey. I mean, excuse me, in the golf world. What up, though? Mic check, mic check. You on mute?
What up, though? Can you hear me
Stoic,
now?
what up, though?
Still in the building. What up, guy?
What's
Can
going
you hear me?
on?
Am I
Yeah, I
on or
hear
off?
you. I hear you.
Okay. Oh no,
I
I
hear
was
you.
just popping up, saying what it is and what it ain't. That's what I named my live tonight. I don't know why. I just didn't know what to name it.
Now we saw Raw tonight. Did you notice anything different? What surprised you about Raw? Oh, did you watch Raw?
Yeah, I watched no yeet,
What
man. We wasn't yeeting. 2 weeks now.
he
He ain't
wasn't
been yeeting.
eating?
Yeah, two
Yeah, I
weeks now.
think
He
that's
ain't
what
been
I'm
yeeting.
saying. I think do you think it's possible he gonna turn to be a heel?
No, I don't think. Yeah, I just think he to that point bruh. Um, damn, my bad. I just think he all that playing and shit. Let me handle business, and then I thought he was gonna say something like that. But yeah, we'll get back to eating once I handle this business. Cause he
I
was
think
just
he's so.
breathing.
Yeah, I think he's determined.
He got them funeral clothes on, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, he jacked the Ripper from the islands.
I'm telling you, that's some funeral clothes. I know that, bro.
He said I'm gonna get you. That's all he's saying now. I'm gonna get you. I'm a dog walk your ass. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. And I just like I said, I just think he's determined. I think the fact that his brother got whooped out like that, I think that turned him into a serious Jey Uso. we've never seen a serious Jey Uso in singles competition. Tag team, yes. We know what he can do with the tag team. We know the 1D comes out and it's over. But the single competition it's not looking. I'm gonna say it's not looking good for Gunther. But when you get in those matches, man, they pull out all the stops. Everybody think Gunther's a fair guy. I don't think he's a fair guy. I know he know how to do things right on the borderline of cheating. So that's going to be a very interesting match to watch. The Fatal 4-Way for the Intercontinental Championship. I don't even know how to make that make sense. I don't know what's going. I don't know if Braun Breaker's going to come out of this thing with the belt now. I don't. How you view that match?
Oh man, that's a wild card, bro. That's I don't know how to look at that. I don't know. I don't know, bro. I had so many different thoughts. I didn't think Dominic was gonna make it to the match. I thought they was gonna swap him out with Lou with Kaiser. Now I just had a thought like, what if Dominic helped Penta win a belt and Penta joined Judgment Day? So it's so many different scenarios. I would like to see Braun retain. I like to see him spear all three of them off the top rope or some crazy shit like that. Just something like you never like he Frankenstein all three of them or something. I don't know, bro.
I don't know if you can Frankenstein him. I could see somebody getting superplex and he power bombing one of them and then get the other one on off the top rope with the Frankensteiner. I can see that. I just don't know how to view this match.
I think
They
Liv
ready to
Morgan
push
should come out.
Dynamo?
I think Liv Morgan should come out and help Brian Breaker, and Brian Breaker turn to Mrs. Steal Your Girl and take Liv Morgan and Raquel. He got both of them. He can handle both of them. That's if I
That
was
would
writing,
be
bro. I'd be
that.
writing some crazy shit. I'd be writing crazy shit.
Yeah, you be writing love triangles and things like that.
Hmm.
Uh,
I'll bring the whole train
I
back.
don't know how to do this.
Choo choo. You remember the whole train, the Godfather? I'll bring the whole train back.
Gotcha.
Brian
Yeah,
Breaker.
I'm bringing out all type of girls in bikinis. Come on out, hoes. Right?
Man, that
I would
shit,
do the same thing.
bro, that shit was
It's
wild.
hey, fellas. I mean, it's not as
The
racy as it was back
whole
then.
train.
I was, that's that. Shout out to the Godfather. Uh, that's I
I
don't.
know he
Do
had
you
so
think
much fun
Carlito's
playing
gonna
that
play a
role.
role?
I think
You'd have had a
Carlito,
blast playing that role.
man, I know he had a blast playing that role.
Oh yeah, they be talking about that all the time. I be watching the Undertaker podcast. He like, man, I be trying to be serious every time this fool come out here with these girls. Man, I be biting my ball. Look like you trying to make me come out of character. I'm gonna fuck you up. So yeah, it's the times and the eras is different. It would have been nice. It would have been. I think the raciest thing we had on Raw. I don't even know if you remember that. Is when the guy Rusev's wife was sleeping. So they had her sleeping with Bobby Lashley.
I
And,
don't know.
they
Val
had the
Venus was a motherfucker too, bro. He was
nah,
trying to
but
be
this
everything, man.
was interracial. They was doing
Oh,
because the girl was supposed to have been Russian or something, and Bobby Lashley is Bobby Lashley. So it's like, yo, what the like, yo,
I
what
ain't
the
seen
shit,
that.
yo? Yeah, it was racy like that. That's what I'm saying. Like that was the last like interracial. That was like the last. Well, that was the only interracial
Uh-oh.
type situation going.
I
What
didn't even
happened?
see the comments that we was talking about, So talk about got somebody waiting on me. Ha ha ha. Three highs mean you know what that means.
You better stop playing. You better take
They
care of
can't
your
wait.
business. If it,
I see you in
if it's an
15 minutes.
office, If it's an office romance, hey, I knew what was happening from the gate. I just ain't want to say nothing. I was
I
letting you be
say,
stoic.
what 5-10 minutes you'll be back. All right, holla.
Yeah, we listen. We'll be around. If
Mhm.
not here, we'll be on
I gotta
the
pick one,
Words
bro.
channel.
I gotta pick one.
I know it's happening too. I ain't gonna say it on the channel, but I'm gonna just say there's some office romance going on. Somebody he been taking care of. Hmm. He been doing some spiritual guiding over there. Praise the Lord. But
Let me lay hands on you. I ain't over there laying hands on people. Let me give
he
you some
laying
of this
hands
holy
on him.
stoic. Let me give you some of this holy
He was
stoic
yeah,
juice.
yeah, he got that stoic juice. You got the juice now, stoic.
You got the juice now, stoic.
What does that mean? Bro, why you do me like that? Shout out
Mm. Bro,
to Ozzy.
I was trying to, they wouldn't let me screenshot Netflix, bro. I was trying to clip Jay Uso. He was like, hell yeah, I'm crashing out. I was about to put that in there, bro. He was like,
Ooh.
hell yeah, I'm crashing out.
Yeah, he did. He said, I'm crashing out, but I'm gonna get your uh I don't know what's gonna happen in this Roman match. This last segment they just had, it was very confusing, right? I don't know what's gonna happen. Paul Heyman, he might, like you said, it's looking like he going with Seth, but I think Roman got something up his sleeve.
I
I
don't think he
really
going
do.
with Seth. If anything, he gonna go with Punk. I
Mm-mm.
don't think he
He
going
gonna
with
go
Seth.
against Paul. Mhm. If he
Seth
stays
is
on
like
Raw,
a
he got to pick one of them
revolutionary. He
anyway.
can't. I mean, Seth is a revolutionary, bro. He a visionary. He can't have nobody, around
So
him that's gonna fuck up his swag, bro. He got to do his thing.
nah. I'm gonna explain why now, right? So you see where he got hit in the back with the chair, right? When he hit Roman in the back with the chair.
Hmm.
So when he hit Roman last time in the back with the chair, that's when the Shield was together.
Hmm.
That's when he was fucking with Triple H. And Triple H mantra, or his mantra was, that's what's best for business. I don't know if you heard him say that tonight. He said that tonight too. I always know what's best for business. Then
He
he
might
hits
be
him with the
linking up
chair.
with Rock. He might be linking up with Rock and
Maybe
John
so.
Cena.
That's what
I
I'm
mean, they talking
saying.
about a new
So we
NWO.
know it's
That'd be dope. Bro, I go fucking
yeah,
crazy if they brought the NWO back.
yeah. Because you heard Roman like, look, all of this money I made for these people, whether it's TKO, Netflix, they made all this money and I held it down. I ain't trusting nobody no more. He started talking about his father in a clip I just saw. Like, yo, my father told me, why do I need to care about what these people think about me? Why do I need to care? I'm the tribal chief. I'm like, oh shit, he about to black. I'm telling you, these Samoans be blacking out. They some scary people, right? But Punk is just Punk. Punk is just using the moment. Punk don't even care what happens. He just gonna make sure that Paul Heyman ain't gonna get hurt. That's why I feel he's not gonna stay with Paul Heyman. I think he's gonna go wherever the money is, and if he think the money is gonna be with Seth, because he heard that's what's best for business, I think he'll stay with that and ride that to the sunset. But I think Roman going he might be on his way to structuring something new anyway. So I can see that happening. I don't even care who wins this match. I just want to see what happens afterwards. Somebody comes out, I know why they came out. If the
Burn
Rock
it
is setting up
down.
if the Rock is setting up with some fake NWO regime, that's possible. If Roman starts a new bloodline, that's possible. CM Punk ain't starting up nothing. Ain't no more unless he starts some Nexus shit. I don't believe that. But that's the last time he had a little group. So they all had groups. So it's gonna be interesting to see where Paul Heyman goes. but I really don't care who wins the match. It's not like for the title. It's not for a number
Right.
one contendership to me. Because if Roman stays on SmackDown, he never even got his return match for the belt. So you know what I mean? So that's not what this is about at all. This is just about, recognition, I guess. To see who's the top bringer, the number one guy. So I don't know
I
how that
can't
match is going to end.
understand why. I knew when Roman entered the Royal Rumble, I knew he wasn't gonna have a rematch for the title. When he entered the Royal Rumble, he was like, "Why the fuck did you enter in the Royal Rumble when you have a rematch?"
Yeah, I said the same thing. Okay, so what is this about? Were you just trying to go ahead and see if you could fight Gunther? Or you going? I thought he was going to Raw because of that. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you got a rematch on SmackDown. The only way you don't get a rematch is if you go on the Raw. So I thought he was going to Raw, which may still be a possibility. Which is why he never fought for the rematch, which is odd to me anyway. Or they don't want him to have the belt right now. That's what I'm starting to view. They don't want him to
Yeah,
have the belt right now.
I mean, bro, you just dealt with like 4 fucking years of him barely being on the show. I mean, if you want to give him the belt back, hell no. Bro. You know, he got he do his spot shit when he can. You know, he still got health issues. So I mean, let these young bucks, let some of these young bucks run rock. Man, bro, you remember, why do you think you got 17 time or 15 time champion, 13 time champion? Because the belt was playing hot potato, bro. Hot potato, hot potato, hot, hot potato, hot potato, hot. Yeah, man, that shit was bouncing around. Let that shit bounce, bro. I don't see nobody holding no belt for a year. That shit get boring, bro.
Well, shit, that's what Cody got. He got over a year now.
Gunther got a year. Shit.
Damn,
Damn
didn't
near
even
a year.
realize that. But now the question is, are they going to let those titles change hands? Are they going to let Jay be the champ? Are they going to let John Cena be the champ? Those are things to look forward to as we head into this coming weekend. And they said it's like 4 hours long. Both nights are 4 hours long.
Bro, we don't want no
So you
part
can.
time champs, bro. We want to see the belt. We want to see that motherfucker. We want to see no part time. John Cena making movies, bro. Like Cody said, your time is up. My time is now. Cody, Cody Rhodes, Cody, Cody
Yeah, they
Rhodes.
started singing the songs and stuff. But yeah, the both nights is gonna be from like 7 to I'm gonna say 10:30, but the max is gonna be 11. And I know the main events is gonna be at least, I'm gonna say at least an hour and an hour. So it might be from 10 to 11 or 9:45 to 11. Some special things might come up. I know this. I see The Rock coming out in that match with Cena, and I see Stone Cold coming out, and he gonna stun The Rock. I'm seeing that right now.
Man, nah, Stone Cold ain't coming out.
I'm
Hulk Hogan
calling it.
coming out. Go give him a leg
Ain't
drop.
no Hulk
Hulk
Hogan
Hogan.
coming.
He will come out drinking a
Ain't
red
no Hulk.
American beer and leg dropping.
Oh nah, he gonna fall. He gonna fall under the stun of the ring. The way he doing, they gonna boo the shit
Mm.
out of his ass
Nah, they gonna have
because
Rikishi come out and get a stink face to the Rock, bro. That's what they should do.
they should do that for Jay in his match with Gunther.
Man,
Look, nah, they can't
bro,
do. They can't do that. They can't do that. They're like, yo, his
give
daddy
him a
won the
stink
belt
face.
for you. Your daddy won the belt for you. He ain't gonna be the same.
No, have him come out after the fact and just drop his pants and give him a stink face.
Oh, they gonna do the dance. They gonna do the dance they used to do 25
Yeah,
years ago. They gonna do the
yeah.
dance. That'll be crazy.
Gunther gonna
I,
come
I,
back Monday with a pink eye, bro.
oh, Gunther's gonna ask for a rematch that next Monday. I want my rematch. Jay, you cannot do this to me.
I'll be the worst champion ever because as soon as the bell ring, I just hit people with a chair. I ain't never losing this belt. I'm gonna get disqualified.
And
Fuck
the
it.
woman, like on a low key note, they said Bianca has never lost at WrestleMania. So I'm trying to see if that's going to be valid after this match or not.
I gotta feel it. I mean, it is, bro. I mean, some shit is predictable, bro. They pushing black people right now. I don't know why. It ain't February shit.
So you think Bianca's going to win? You think, wow,
Mhm.
that means Bianca's going to win. New Day's going to win. I don't know if the Street Profits a match at WrestleMania yet. I think they have to be, but I don't think so. I think they fight. Their fight is Friday. Their tag match is Friday for the belt. So you think they can have a women's champion and both tag champions? Shit, if that's the case, they might well put Bianca. They might well put Bianca and Street Profit together.
I'm waiting for because BFAB did. Remember, she doing her own thing now.
Yeah,
So,
B
bro,
Fab
you
is there,
know,
but
I, this is what I was thinking about, bro. What if Bianca come out at the end? Like, what if she? But hold on, Bianca's match is day two. Never mind. If it was, I was hoping like Bianca win the belt, right? And then when Naomi and Jay fight, Bianca come out and help Naomi. That'd be dope.
I think their match is gonna be first.
Yeah, it was on night one.
That night one, so their match is gonna be first. But that's why I think I don't. Yo, oh my God, why I see Jay turning on Bianca. I could
Man,
see her coming out night two and stopping her from winning that belt. I could see it.
that'd be whack. I
It's
wouldn't even
possible.
like Jay no more. I wouldn't, bro. I'd be like, you ain't for hell. Let that black. That's black on black crime, bro. I'm tired of saying that shit, man.
We already gonna see the black on black crime in the first place. She got thrown into the car. It's too late for that.
I know why they couldn't have a white girl do it. Oh, it's racism. They pushed Jade into the car. The white girl did it. Like what? They had to have a black girl there, and then Naomi out of all people, bro. Glow,
But
glow. Ain't no more glow, bro. I can't even get down with the glow. Ain't no more split and the ring and all
and
that
yeah,
shit done,
that
bro.
shit is proceed with caution. She got the caution tape out there now. But
The razor
I'm
blade
actually
and shit.
I would love to see. Well, the last black group that they had was the last black group was the Nation of Domination. That
Yeah,
was
that shit was
crazy.
dope.
So I could see, like they just did it right. Look, they had the tag belts for Judgment Day. So why they can't do it for Bianca and
Street profit.
almost at prime time? Yeah, Street Profit. God damn! Shout out to Chad Gospel. He died a couple years ago. He was one of them wrestlers. But they could do that because they already know that they husband and wife. Who don't know that? They did a whole show about that.
Mm.
You know what I
I
mean?
ain't know Braun
Let
Strowman
them
and
run the show.
I ain't know Braun Strowman and Raquel was together. Two big motherfuckers.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what they do.
Big ass motherfuckers, man. Their kid gonna be like 9 feet tall. Damn Nephilim coming back. They gonna rebirth the
I'm
Nephilim
gonna
and
put
shit. Like,
I'm gonna put you in the figure four, man. No, the fuck you ain't. I'm about to bust and grab your ass, rock.
yeah.
I'm gonna sharp shoot your ass in the other direction.
Man, you been
Oh
watching that
man,
LFG, that other wrestling
yes,
thing? Man, you see that
yeah, I
crazy
seen it.
ass girl that Undertaker mentoring? They be skull
Yeah,
crushing people and shit. That shit look crazy as hell. I'm looking like, what the fuck is wrong with this girl, man? She look crazy as
yeah,
hell.
they,
Man, if I see her
yeah.
walking down the street, I'm kicking her and her
Do you
crotch.
see? Yeah, you
'Cause I
see her?
know.
She look like a street. She bigger than Raquel as far
But
as
she look
muscular
crazy.
wise.
She look like
Yeah, I'm like,
that thing off the Goonies, bro.
oh.
That's the thing off the Goonies sister,
He
bro.
said she look like Flaw. Shout out to the
Yeah, bro.
Goonies. Shout out to the Goonies for those of y'all that don't know. That's a mid-80s movie. Y'all need to go check that out. That was a theme for all little kids. Go out on an adventure.
And he had a
But y'all
kid
need to
with the
check that out.
wrestling now.
Wow. Yeah, but she's put together. I think she's too put together
Yeah,
because
man, they
she's
had that
like,
little girl whooping on her at first, bro. That's the thing I don't like about it. They should have just had her obliterate that girl. That shit would have been funny if she just got to throwing her ass around. It'd be funny when they bounce off the rope and they try to grab them and they do it in slow motion so they miss them. I'd be like, bruh. I'd be hitting my phone like, damn, did it slow down? Did I slow the replay down or something? Like, shit.
yeah. But for those of y'all that don't know, the LFG is Legend Future. What is it? Legend Future. Great
Yeah.
Legends and Future Greats. Right, and that is it's a tournament to give them a contract to go to NXT. So this is like the minor leagues. We understand that NXT is the next step to the WWE. This actual show is showing the participants to be joining the actual NXT. They got somebody that look like Kurt Angle. It's the way they have it is different. They got Mickey James as a trainer, Bubba Ray, Booker T, and The Undertaker as mentors or mentees.
No, I could have
Mentors
been
and
a wrestler,
mentees.
bro. I could have definitely did that. I'd have been with
I
DX
think
though. That's the only way I would have did it. If I could just say suck it, yeah, I would have been a great wrestler, bro.
yeah, you was about that age when that was out. Yeah. Nah,
My
I
finishing
could
move
see
would have
you.
been a toe stomp. I would have just stomped people's toes.
I could see you. I can see you being in a nation of domination. I ain't gonna lie. You be like, "Farouk,
I would have been wearing
get
a
your ass
dashiki to
over
the
here.
ring, straight dashiki.
Get your ass over here. Damn.
Damn.
Shout out to Farouk. They call him the first black world champion. So we gonna acknowledge that, even though we know Bobo Brazil and all of them back in the day were champions, but we gonna acknowledge him for that. But it's just gonna be very interesting. Uh Matches heading to that Saturday night. What time you going live? In about 10 minutes?
Yeah, a couple minutes.
12:35.
7 now. Is it 7? 7 minutes. I'll
Yeah,
probably get
7
my
minutes.
mind right, but I don't know what the hell I want to talk about. But I'm gonna talk about something. Is it is or is it ain't? I don't know where I'm gonna go with it, but it's gonna go somewhere.
Is
I'm
you
already
is
pissed
or
somebody
is
off.
you ain't my baby.
My baby. That's what I was thinking. Like when I
Shout
made the
out to
title, I was
Tom and
thinking,
Jerry.
uh, Louis, bro.
Oh my God, we telling our age, but it's all right though. We made it through some storms and stuff like that. We we made it through a lot in life to get here, so we can enjoy that part. But yeah, we we just gearing up for WrestleMania. We gearing up for that. We gearing up for the NBA playoffs. You know, me and Word, we gonna have friendly conversations as our teams are playing one another. As y'all can see, I'm with the Knicks and my 33
Nah,
brothers with the 313.
nah,
So
bro. It
they
ain't
will
gonna
be
be
playing each other in the first round.
if Detroit winning, it ain't gonna be no problem. I'm gonna be talking shit. If they losing, I'm gonna just be quiet. That's what's gonna happen.
All right.
If they lose, I ain't saying
I'm,
nothing. But if they win, I'm gonna be talking. That's how we do it in the D. We take our L's
yeah,
in silence. We take our wins and we brag about the shit.
man. Listen, Detroit had a great year all around in sports. Right? They had a great.
Man,
Well,
that's a big ass
you may
team,
not
bro.
like the way they lost, but they had a great regular season in football, baseball, and now in basketball. Things are looking up as the momentum is switching up for you guys in Detroit. Just embrace it and just ride it until you can't ride it no more. Right?
And then put
We
the
know
donut
the,
on
the
that bitch.
NFL draft. We know the NFL draft is coming. Uh, I mean, You guys may think you need certain aspects, like on defense, maybe to have some extra bodies. So I don't know how y'all gonna draft it. You may draft some defensive players or offensive linemen. You
Man,
won't
they
be
talking
touching
about
the
fucking wide receivers, bro. They trying to. I mean,
for what?
all the local rumors, bro. They talking about trading Jameson Williams, like, bro. Y'all sick in the head, bro. That boy, they don't even
Oh,
see the talent that boy got. They don't. I mean, he ain't even, bro. He ain't even turned up yet. I'm telling you, bro. That dude ain't even turned up yet. He's something nasty, and they don't realize that. Like he just, bro. I don't
and
know.
what
They
you gonna
really
trade
need
him for
Tomlin.
anyway? What they think they gonna get
Um,
for him? That's my
they
thing.
better
What y'all
try to
gonna
get
get? Y'all
Tom
gonna get
Brady.
a shit? Tom Brady's the owner. That man's the
Man,
owner. He part owner of the Vegas Raiders.
they better get. I don't know, but they better get. Man, that boy is the truth.
Who's the
If
backup
Jared
quarterback
Goff
over
can't
there?
get him the ball, bro. If Jared Goff can get him the ball, that boy be unstoppable, man.
Who's the
He a
backup
top
quarterback
talent.
for the Lions?
It's still Hendon Hooker, but they they got some other dude.
They
I
might
don't know.
go.
Some
They
white
might as well
dude.
go ahead and draft Shador.
Man, Shador ain't gonna. Is Shador there? Then that's fucked up. If Shador don't go in the
Yeah,
top 10, bro, that shit crazy, bro.
that's going to be the speculation. Like, what happened? Y'all had him as a second-rated quarterback. He way down there. Cam Ward
Man,
is
I'm
he's
telling
not
you,
consistent enough for me to be honest. It's just
he gonna be
weird,
better.
man.
Yeah, I think if Shador stay healthy, he gonna be better than Cam. Bro, I'm telling you, it's just that it's like, bro, you can have all the skills, but Shador got that. He got that it factor, bro. That's what you can't teach. You born with that shit, bro.
I agree with that. You just need a line that's going to keep him up. You know, Colorado, he
Yeah,
was bumped, he was battered and bruised, so he's going to need that line. You know, he got
man,
his
he go
he
right
got
through
to
that
he got to
man.
work on his uh, his foot skills. Not as far as like the
No,
drop backs, but just to be ready in the pocket to
no,
move around.
man.
Got to be quicker. Nola, what you doing out there? Who you barking at?
I'm trying to get her in the house. She running back and forth, crazy, man. Chasing these white people. Let's go
Shout
grab some
out to
pizza.
you, riders. Appreciate you for sharing the content. I
What up,
see you.
Rich? What up, though? Yeah, we ain't going vertical. That was Gary's fault. Yo, I apologize for that
No,
yesterday.
no, don't apologize for that. You ain't even do it right. First of all, you didn't do it right. You wasn't
I
supposed to be
did do
on
it
that
right.
page. You wasn't supposed to
It
be on
was
that
on the
page.
page.
We supposed to be on petty.
No, I ain't trying to go on page. No, see, look, I'm gonna tell you how the vertical works.
See?
No, I'm gonna tell you. What happens with the vertical is two algorithms, right? And I'm the only algorithm I'm in is the live stream algorithm. But even in that stream, I'm low. Like I'm low as fuck. So
Mm,
with the short, but if I was high on the short algorithm, it'll pop up and more people will see it in the short speed. But I haven't did shorts in a while, so I'm low in that algorithm too. But if I post more
mm,
shorts, that's how like when I first start going, I was posting shorts a lot, so I was in that algorithm, and that's how I was getting all the views. Like you can look at the analytics. I don't learn how to bro. I don't learn how to read these analytics. Well, actually, a couple people helped me, but yeah, I know how to read this shit
shout
now,
out to
bro.
the help.
I can
We
read.
gonna we gonna figure that out because I see, like I said, I see people that just go live on straight YouTube and they getting thousands of views. I'm like, wow,
But that's
really?
because
That's all
that's
it take?
because that's how they normally. A lot of the people they normally go live off YouTube. They're not using a third party streaming app like
Right.
StreamYard. So they get pushed up when you actually get pushed down in the algorithm when you use a third party. You'll get less views. We tested that when we was going live with straight YouTube, we was getting more views. When I use StreamYard, I got
Mm,
less views. And when you look at how the algorithm works, um, OBS is different though. If I use OBS, it's different than going through StreamYard. I don't know if they got some type of partnership or whatever, but OBS is definitely different when you stream it on YouTube. Uh, you get pushed up
mm,
too in OBS. But and then with OBS, you can go live both ways at the same time. you can go live in the what you call it, and live in the regular way and in the long way.
The vertical
Oh,
and
bro, my
portrait.
head, I got a big old peanut head, bro.
This guy's crazy. But
I'm looking at the family. This wow, bro. I gotta put a hat on, man. My
but
misshapen
we about
polo tank
as
top.
he getting himself ready, y'all. He's supposed to be on now, so he's about to head over there. He about to get himself
Oh, it
together.
do take some time. I didn't even
Is
notice.
you is or is you ain't? That's the title of the words.
Is you
Live
is
tonight.
or is you ain't my baby?
So
Bro, that
y'all
was the
get ready
shit.
to head over
Y'all
there.
don't know nothing about that.
I'm trying to
Y'all
tell
little
you.
young
I
folks.
tell you, that's Tom and Jerry right
Is
there. I'm
you
like,
is or
oh,
is you
he
ain't my
went up
bro? You
there
don't know
to
who
get his
sing
little
that?
shorty.
Man, I wish I
Hmm.
could play that, bro. That's the Godfather. You know, I used to play the trumpet back in the day. Y'all ain't know that about the word. Word used to play trumpet, bro. Hey,
Look,
let me
see
hop
now
off. I'm about to
that.
listen to my song before I start now. I gotta listen to it.
All right,
But I'll
well,
holler
Joe,
at
like
y'all
I
in a
said,
minute.
we about to head over there to hear the word. Talk about is you is or is you ain't. But we know he's singing at the Mrs. Word. But in the meantime, like I said, to sum up tonight's event, it was pretty quiet. They're getting ready to they week in WrestleMania. Uh, we touched on the NBA playoffs and the brackets. This Friday, I will have all the information as the play-ins will be over, and we'll be starting to look forward to game ones of the the actual NBA playoffs this weekend, which will start Saturday. Excuse me, and we all know that Saturday gonna be busy regardless, as WrestleMania and the NBA playoffs will be occurring at the same time. And Sports Shack gotta be he gotta be on top of it all just to bring it back to you guys. Uh, so we'll get ready to go over here with the word as I just got the notification. He's on live and popping. So with that being said, from the Channel 9 studio, this is Sports Chat with Mr. 33. He will be back Friday. I will be back Friday because he is I and I is he. And from Channel 9 Studios, Mr. 33 signing off. See you Friday, but come on over tonight to hear the word and have the conversation. Is you is or is you ain't? We'll see you there. Be there, be square. In the 9 we trust, I'm out.